one of the sort of areas that I'm most interested in would be consulting, because I think that it has that freedom in which you will be, you're not limited to any industry. It is about problem solving as a skill, and it would be similar to, I would say, a life in the army.
My name is Srinija. I come from Hyderabad, and I pursued my graduation in BCom Generals from Avinash College of Commerce, and I have also pursued my CMA, that is Cost and Management Accountancy. In my school, I was a very good student, and I was a very obedient student as well, so I've been to a lot of extracurricular activities. The major thing which defines me is my singing, and I've been to a lot of competitions, group and solo as well.
So I'm Nikhil. I have completed my BBA from OP Jindal Global University, and after that for 2 years I have worked. So first I worked with a marketing firm. I have done a few jobs for them, and after that I have worked as a human resource associate for Amazon. I have worked for 6 months at Amazon. In that duration I have successfully solved more than 3,000 queries, and after that I wanted to change my field of domain, and I wanted to try something new. So I was looking for an MBA to do. So basically decided upon Mahindra because it was the best option for me.
So I'm Vinitra and I'm from Chennai. So I did my schooling and undergraduation from Chennai. My undergraduation was in BCom at Stella Maris. I'm a very enthusiastic and a very organized person. And I'm very specific about time management, and I have good leadership skills because I've been like a house captain and class representative, managing about 85 plus people in my college as well. I think something that got me into Mahindra was the passion towards MBA, and it's just the brand name that Mahindra has. And being the first batch here, I think it gives me a pleasure to be here at Mahindra.
So I belong to Kolkata, and after schooling I joined NDA. My father was in the army, so it was something I always aspired to do, and during the course of training I got injured. So after 5 years at Indian Military Academy, Dehradun, I had an ACL tear and I had to think of other options. So this happened in 2020. Post that I worked in 3 different places, and after experiencing the world outside the army, I decided to pursue an MBA. I applied to Mahindra University, and I'm pursuing my MBA right now.
When I was in my childhood, I was interested to sing. I wanted to be recognized, and it was just a childhood passion. But then I went into choir of my school, and then went into competitions. I participated in various competitions, and we won some state level competitions and won various prizes in the regional level as well. But then I felt maybe if I had a very much core interest in it, I would have gone into singing industry or music industry itself. But there I was not so sure that I would be the part of it, and this would continue as a passion, as a major degree for me. I was interested in academics as well because I was good at it, and I was very much passionate about my studies as well. So singing is still my passion, it's still my hobby. I do sing a lot of songs and everything. I'm very much interested in all the genres of singing, but not as a major passionate journey of where I want to achieve a certain level of degree in this music.
To be honest, many of the subjects are similar in BBA and MBA, but I think the level of the teaching, I mean the concepts that are going to be covered and the depth that it goes is different from BBA to MBA. Like if you have an operations subject in your BBA, I'm pretty sure the operations subject in MBA dives deep into the subject, and you get to know different perspectives in operation, and as well as the level of the faculty will also improve, I guess, to an extent, because they're teaching an MBA batch.
My most favorite thing was business studies. Basically, it's about managing, it's about finding a solution for a particular case. So I always knew that it's about a general thinking. So if you have a case study, it's a general thinking that you come out with a solution. So that, give me that intention to actually love business studies. So I thought that if there is a particular problem, you can find your own solution to the problem. So it was one thing that I loved the most about it.
NDA was the first choice for me because I saw my father I had a window to the life in the army, and I always admired the values that he stood for and what the uniform meant to him. That is why I wanted to join the army. Once I realized that I cannot pursue this goal, it took a long time to get out of that mentality, because the army is in many ways a very rigid organization. So I had spent 5 years of my life with the same haircut, wearing the same clothes, waking up at the same time. So I guess over a period of time, I took whatever were the good things, and I still, those values continue to be a part of me. But at the same time, there's a big world out there, and sooner or later, everybody, even people who belong to the army, make that transition. So the good thing is I got the best bits of the army, and I think coming to terms is an ongoing process. I'll always feel like, what if I hadn't gotten injured?
Specifically told, I have financial background, but I don't want to go into core auditing part of the company. I want to be on the management side. This is one of the things I've been treasuring, or I've been very much interested about. So I wanted to be in the management side. So that is one of the reasons I came into MBA. But my journey of discovering the management sides and management skills is really helping me because of Mahindra University. Being a placement committee member also inspired me to, enhance my leadership skills.
Basically, my dad followed Mahindra University for a long period of time. So he was pretty sure with the faculty and the placement committee of Mahindra. He actually met up with the dean and as well as the placement committee before choosing Mahindra. He was very interested in me going to US, because my dad lives in US as well, so he wanted me to come to US. But after coming to Mahindra and speaking with the people over here, he thought, yes, these people are not messing around, and they are serious about this program. So that convinced him that Mahindra would be able to give me better opportunity than going abroad.
My instinct was, as soon as I left IMA, to move on to the next thing, because I knew that the more I did not do anything, the harder it would be to move on. I very quickly started looking for options outside. After 2.5 years of working, I realized that I needed special training to enter the corporate world. I needed to learn certain skills, and that is when I started looking for options like an MBA. And Mahindra University came upon, it was one of those, timing. The timing was such that I was looking for options both in and out of the country. I had been preparing for, and I was going to appear for my GMAT. And that is when I came across Mahindra University and in an education fair, where even though I had heard of Mahindra University, I was not aware of their MBA program. And after whatever interactions I had, I became pretty convinced that it is a good offering. It was comparable to a lot of other promising B schools which have opened up 2-3 years before. So I decided to apply, and once I received an offer which I was happy with, I did not think twice.
I think I can define myself to be curious, open-minded, and very passionate. So basically, I want to learn new things. I want to travel, and I love immersing myself into different cultures, and I'm a bit of an explorer. So I would never stop exploring in my life. Even if after my MBA, if there is something else that catches my interest, I would definitely go for that. So I think I consider myself to be a lifelong learner. So I don't want to stop learning, and I want to explore new things.
My interest before I arrived here, I was definitely interested in marketing. I had some experience in it as well. But since I've started my program, I think I'm also taking to the finance and the numbers and the quantitative side of it. I'm doing well in these courses, and I'm also developing interest. At the same time, one of the sort of areas that I'm most interested in would be consulting, because I think that it has that freedom in which you will be, you're not limited to any industry. It is about problem solving as a skill, and it would be similar to, I would say, a life in the army, where it requires you to deal with problems from different angles, and you're not limited to any particular industry.
Something that I will takeaway in these 2 years from here is that a complete knowledge about the business world and how management will function, and particularly about certain case studies and situations based on the interest area that I have, finance and supply chain. So these are two things that I will want to gain complete knowledge about, and this will help me uplift me in my own career in the next 2 years.
The first thing, I would definitely want to understand the 360-degree approach of a business. So I feel this is Mahindra University is no less than a B school. So definitely they are helping us out to understand and enhance those skills among us. So that is one of the reasons that I would see myself as a good manager in the future. And apart from that, we even are very much interested in the placements. So we are waiting for the companies to come up, and we will be able to show how good we are.
In the next 2 years, I think I'll be learning a lot of new stuff that will help me in the future, and I really hope that the things I learn are reflected in my day-to-day activities, so that my learning is not going to waste.
Somebody who has gone through the steps of preparing for an exam, maybe over a course of a couple of years also, would have gotten a lot of positives from that journey, like be it discipline, be consistency, and all those small things that add up. So my advice would be to focus on the whatever you gained from that journey. It could also be the subject knowledge, and depending on whatever is your next best alternative, it is the right thing to do is to accept that you might not be cut out for that particular exam, but that doesn't mean you don't have any talent, or you don't have the skills for something else. You might be cut out for something, and you might be much better than what you would have been had you been in the my advice would be to think of the next best alternative, and give it your heart and soul with the same amount of josh and enthusiasm.